Hey, what is up, fellow raiders? This is Vulcan Dan, and in today's Raid Shadow Legends video, we are going to talk about a crazy times 10 event that will happen this weekend. In fact, it will start in about 1 hour and 28 minutes from when I'm filming this video, and it's going to be a crazy, probably one of the best times 10 events that we have in recent memory. And usually in these times 10 events, I suggest that players not pull their shards because you don't have that double chance of getting that epic or legendary. You simply get a times 10 chance to get certain or particular champions that are featured for that event. But in this weekend's times 10 event, we have some crazy end game champions, really good ones. Even the epics are excellent as well. So if you have an abundance of shards, which I personally do not have, I'm saving my shards, of course. We do have a times 2 ancient coming after this times 10 event, so I have 109, saving those up for that. We recently just had a times 2 void, so I'm out of void shards, just have 7 left. So yeah, if you are a free to play player, it's usually not advised to pull shards during a times 10 event. Wait for that times 2, and it usually rotates. You have a times 10 this week, next week is a times 2. So yeah, wait for those times 2 events. But yes, if you're interested, if you really want one of these champions, and I'll just start off with the most popular one, and this is it. Siphi is often regarded as the best, or if not one of the best champions in Raid, because of her kit. She has this crazy annoying A1 that plays asleep. Yeah, so if you've faced Siphi in arena, you're very familiar with this A1. It's very annoying, puts your champions to sleep. And her A2 right here places a block debuffs, fills the turn meter of all of her allies by 10%, places that increase defense and increase speed. So many things happening in just one skill. So this is a crazy skill, and it's what usually happens with champions that increase turn meter is that they increase attack. But if you have a more defensive team, Siphi is excellent for that because she does not increase attack, but she increases defense. So an excellent skill right there. And she has this revive that is also very annoying to face with if you have Siphi as your opponent in arena. And she even has this that is often forgotten about her kit. She heals each ally by 10% of their max HP at the start of their turn. It's similar to Syl, but Syl happens during her turn. Siphi's will happen at the start of each champion's turn. And she even has a 40% chance, you can book that up to 50, to remove freeze and fear debuffs from each ally at the start of their turn. So if you're facing Siphi in the arena, it's best to use stun champions like Syl instead of freeze and fear because she can remove those. So if you have the void shards to spare, especially after the times 2 voids, you probably have used up all of your void shards. I only have 7. I will probably not, even though I don't have a Siphi, I would really love to have one, but I would still try to wait for a times 2 event because 7 void shards, if you look here, it's just a 0.5% chance to summon a legendary. So my chances are not great. So I will hold off pulling those shards until we get a times 2 again. So yeah, so that's Siphi, and it doesn't stop there because we also have this guy who is also in the same faction, and I don't have him, which is Bad El Khazar, one of the older champions in this game, and at one point in time was regarded as probably the best champion in the game. So Siphi and Bad El, definitely 2 top tier champions. He has this AoE A1 that heals all of his allies by 20% of the damage inflicted. So if you use him in the clan boss and you have him in War Master and that procs, those are massive heals, so he can keep your entire team alive. It doesn't stop there because he also has heals on his A2, and he removes all the debuffs from your allies and places poisons on the enemy. So his entire kit screams clan boss, but he's also excellent in so many places around the game. It doesn't even stop there. His passive, you will inflict 20% more damage if the enemy has poisons. Of course, he places poisons on his A2, so you will always have this active on of course, most fights. So yeah, KAZAR, if you don't have him, his kit is similar to the new Void. Let's look for him. That new Void that everyone's talking about. Eurogrim, which I don't have him as well. So it's similar to this A3, 3 poisons and 2 heals. Bad has 2 poisons and 2 heals, but he has that extra thing of placing that or removing the debuffs from all of your allies. But yeah, so if you think that skill is crazy, so yeah, so we have 2 champions now that have a very similar skill set. All right, and we also have this guy, Hackhorn. So he is excellent in the arena, especially because of this skill, especially if you put him in an immunity set, which makes him immune to debuffs. So he has his A2 right here, which removes all debuffs from all allies and places a block debuffs on all allies for 2 turns. He even heals them after that. Now, if you place him in immunity gear, whenever your enemy team in the arena, they would go first, they would freeze you, stun your entire team. If you have immunity gear on Hackhorn, he will not be stunned or CC'd, and then when he gets his turn, he will remove all debuffs from your allies. Hopefully your allies are still alive, that you have a defensive team, and then he would heal them up, and then it's your turn to smack the enemy team. So yeah, very good champion for those defensive setups in the arena. So doesn't stop there. The other legendary that we have is also an excellent one, and it's actually the only legendary that I have from this ×10 event, is Cetalia. So she is also excellent in the arena and many other places in the game. She has this HP burn A1, which you can definitely use in Sorath the Frost Spider in the Doom Tower, because you need to have that HP burn on the spider boss when the spider boss goes down. If not, then the spider boss would of course revive, and you'll have to do it all over again. So very good champion for Sorath. And she has this A2 that removes all debuffs from a target ally. So it's just a single target, but this has the AoE heal, which is very useful as well. But for the arena, her calling card is this A3 right here, which is similar to a mix of Madame Ceres skill and also Lysandra. So it's like a mini Madame, mini Lysandra put together, because she has this remove all buffs from all enemies. You can book that up to a 100%, and you can even book this to a 3-turn cooldown. So very consistent there. And she would fill your turn meter by 10 and reduce the enemy's turn meter by 10%. So it's 2 excellent skills from 2 excellent champions put into one. But of course, it does not have the decreased defense and decreased attack from Madame, and of course, it's smaller than Lysandra's. But if you have buffs removed, then that is bumped up to 20%. So definitely an excellent skill. If you have her, you can use her in many places in the game: Faction Wars, Doom Tower, Arena. Definitely an excellent champion. So she's the only one that I have from this ×10. I'm still deciding whether I will pull. I might pull maybe 10 or 20 at the very most ancient shards, because I really want to keep those for a ×2 event. But we have that summon rush for the fusion, and of course we need to pull some shards in order to get the required rare or even the epic champion to get there, which is why I have this 2,221 mystery shards, just in case I need to pull for a summon rush. So you get all of these, of course, from farming campaign, being consistent with checking the marketplace. So yeah, so if you're doing that, then you're ready for the summon rush. But I don't know if I want to pull this many, or maybe I'll pull 10 of these. We'll see. We'll see. It's very tempting though. All right. So those are for the legendaries. For the epics, we actually have excellent epics as well, and we have runekeeper Dazzler. I actually pulled him from the recent times 2 void. He is an excellent champion, especially for faction wars. He has this leech A1, which keeps their entire team alive. Place increased attack on all of your allies for 2 turns and increases their turn meter by a hefty 25%. That's pretty good. You can book that to a 3-turn cooldown. Definitely a very an excellent skill right here. And A3 that removes all debuffs from all allies, then heals all allies by 20% of this champion's max HP. So put a lot of HP in this guy, and he has this continuous heal as well if you have a debuff removed. So definitely has a lot of heals. Increases your turn meter, places a buff, leech to help keep your life up. So yeah, definitely a great champion for many places in the game, but I think he will shine the best in the dwarf faction war. I pulled him. If I didn't finish stage 21 of the dwarf faction war, I would build him up, but because I've already finished that, so I am a little bit hesitant. I don't have a lot of resources to just throw around because I am a free-to-play player. And but yes, if you're not yet in stage 21 in Dwarfs Faction Wars, then you can consider building up Runekeeper if you do pull him. He is excellent. All right, let's go to another one. Let's see, where is he? I think he is. I'm forgetting where this champion is. Maybe he's in Knights Rev. There you go. Rector Drath, yeah. So I pulled Rector quite early when she was released, and she is one of the best support champions in the game, even as an epic. She has this decrease attack A1 and has this heal and veil on her A2, so really keeps your champions alive. And she has this revive with a veil in her A3. So her entire kit is all about heals, revives, veil. Even her passive is about veils. And if your ally is under a veil, they even heal themselves and get more resistance. So a lot of veils, a lot of resist, a lot of heals, revive, decrease attack. So her entire kit will not do damage to the enemy, but she will keep everyone alive as long as she can. She even has this nice resist aura in the Doom Tower. All right, so that's Rector Drath. Another great defensive champion is in the Undead Horde, and he's actually the only one that I'm missing from the epics here, Volgoth. Now, when this guy was first introduced in the game, he was pretty much broken. You could see him in arena defense, and people had a hard time, even if with end game champions, end game gear in plat arena. This guy gave us a lot of headaches. But after that, they've changed his how his skill works a bit because of this. His passive right here, whenever he is attacked, he heals all allies by 50% of the damage received. Back then, when he receives damage, he would place the heal immediately. So it would happen at the same time, but now they change it so that the damage comes in first, and then when whoever's still alive after the damage happens, then the heal will happen after that. So before that, we would hit the entire team with a huge nuke. We would expect that they will be dead, but Volgoth will heal everyone back up by 50%. So that was a big problem. But now it's still good. It's still a very good skill, but it's definitely toned down a bit. It's not as broken as before. So yeah, so that's the main thing about his skill. He has this AoE provoke here, and an extra stuff here when you're attacked with a provoke, and he also places leech. Yeah, so this is an excellent champion, and he has this triple hitter A1 that is similar to Vizier. It's not as good as Vizier's though, but because Vizier's he would increase the duration of all debuffs by 1 turn, but this one is just a just one random debuff. So it's definitely very far from what a Vizier would do, but still pretty good. So yeah, so that's Volgoth. And the last one, also not a bad addition to the game, and I don't have him. He is Aox. And if you do get him, he is one of the better epic lizardmen. So you definitely would want to book him, or I mean to, yeah, book him to build him up, especially if you encounter some sort of challenge or in the Doom Tower secret room that would require epic lizardmen only. We don't have a lot of good choices here. Jareg is excellent. Broadmaw is good. Not much. Venomage maybe. Yeah, so Aox is definitely one of the better ones. He has this poison A1, heal A2, and this heal can be huge if the more debuffs you have on the target. So if it is the clan boss, you have 10 debuffs on the clan boss, so that's 25% plus 10, that is 35%. So definitely a very big heal here if you get it set up right. And he has this decreased attack with decreased turn meter and decreased crit rate in his A3. So definitely a good clan boss champion right here, especially for somewhere in the early or mid game if you don't have an unkillable comp and just playing around with a few poison champs. He's definitely good for that, and he will work excellently in your faction wars. He even has this cool thing that increases the duration of 2 random debuffs on the attacker by 1 turn when attacked. This is similar to that dwarf void epic, no, the void rare, which is bulwark. Let's go look for him. He was in the game for quite a while, and he's actually excellent for the clan boss. Yeah, bulwark. Yeah, similar to his passive right here. When attacked, 30% chance of extended duration of all debuffs on the attacker by 1 turn. So yeah, so you can use him for the clan boss. Definitely, when they were making his Aox's kit, they were thinking of clan boss. So if you have him, you can use him there. So what do you guys think? Are you going to pull shards this weekend? Are you going to save for a ×2 event? It sucks that Plarium decided to do this right after a ×2 void, because of course everyone wants a Siphi, but we just pulled all of our void shards. So what can we do about that? So yeah, we have the summon rush happening in 1 hour. So yeah, it will. I will still have to think. I'll probably try to pull shards tomorrow. More mystery shards though, because really I just really need that rare for the fusion. But I might pull a few ancients. I'm not expecting to pull any good ones because of course we just have a 0.5% chance, and you're not going to get any of those ×10 champions from mystery because you can only go up to rare champions here. So no point in that if you're wishing for one of those ×10 champions. So if you really want those, pull a few ancient shards, but I would suggest don't go crazy on that. All right, so thank you guys for watching, and if you like this kind of video, I post daily all about Raid Shadow Legends. I might play a few other games every now and then, but yeah, if you like this kind of content, please subscribe to my channel and I will upload content daily. All right, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.